What's going on, YouTube? This is Dano, aka CobraConcept, and today we are checking out Tier Maker, trying to make a Lancer tier list for Fragpunk the game. Now, before I get started on this, I want you to know this is my opinion, and I clearly do not know as much as most people know. So bear with me. If you disagree, just tell me in the comments. It's all good. We can start right here, right now, with a little bit about me. I have been playing. Whoops. Hold on a second. I've been playing Fragpunk for about 26 hours. I'm only Plat 5, guys, so bear with me. I'm just throwing out the list of people that I have seen, who I have played against, and who I think at a gold plat into diamond level where they should be on the tier maker. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off in order, I guess, just from the bottom of this, we're going to start with Broker. Broker's a safe pick. He's honestly a very simple to use character. It's pretty easy to figure out the smokes and the rocket launcher. I mean, it's not too hard. However, do I think that he is very useful as far as the people on this list who, where he stands at? I don't think that he belongs anywhere up at the top. I'm actually going to throw him at a C tier. I think that he is solid, and I think he's a good pick, especially if you're new, but I do not see him being a utilized character in platinum rank. All right, starting off with Nitro. Nitro is crazy good. Chapter 1, Season 1, Chapter 1, I definitely would have placed her at S tier. Even with all of the little nerfs that she got on this second go around, I still think she's an S. Hard to beat. Truly is a great defensive character. Love having a Nitro on the team. I know some people are probably like, what? Why? But no, she is, for that platinum range, very solid character. Hollow Point. This is where it gets a little tough. Hollow Point, there we go. Hollow Point, I think, is very solid. I think that she got some nerfs in this last go around, especially with her her little oh my gosh, I forgot the name, but the radar thing, the thing that scans enemies. In Chapter 1, Season 1, I definitely would have put her S. I'd kind of lean A, but if I was to pick, I think I would still personally choose as an S. I promise not everybody's going to be S tier, but I think these two definitely are solid picks. Jaguar. I am not a fan of Jaguar. I'll be the first one to say that he is not somebody that I will pick. I hate playing with people on that pick him. I feel like his abilities are easy to be countered. I do think he got buffed. I think he is better, but I still don't think that he is where he needs to be. I'm throwing him C. Chum. I'm ready for this. The comments are going to attack me. I know you guys are going to hate me. Chum is my least favorite character. Chum does not have good utilities. He's hardly ever picked in that gold platinum area. I can feel the comments now. I'm going to be roasted for sure, but I cannot stand Chum. I do not think that he is a good candidate. Corona in the first chapter, I definitely would have put like a B or a C. After those buffs, I genuinely think he is an A. Corona is a tough opponent to play against sometimes. He counters well. That flash is brutal. And I think he's solid as an A. I think there's room for improvement. He could have flip-flopped A-B, but I think Corona as an A is a not bad suggestion. All right, let's circuit. Let's, I have a hard time deciding for circuit. I really do. At the beginning of the season, I probably would have thrown her right here in B. But as of playing against other people here recently, I feel like she is underutilized. I feel like people are just using her ability so well recently. I definitely will put her as an A. I think she is a solid A candidate. Um, Definitely room to improve like Corona as well, but definitely a very solid pick. Pathogen. Pathogen is another S tier for me. I love playing pathogens on my team, and I can't stand it when the pathogen on the other team is good. I think pathogen is a must pick. Truly, I think it is a very, very solid character. All right, now we are starting with Zephyr. Zephyr is who I actually have the second amount of most time on. Absolutely love Zephyr. If it was up to me, she'd be S tier, but I know she is definitely not S tier. I'm gonna put her B. She needs improvement. She needs a buff. She needs to get more to her. She needs more meat. She's a character that is used and used well by people. And I mean, like, they absolutely use her to the best of their abilities. But she just needs a little more to her character, I think. Definitely a solid pick, though. Love playing her. All right, starting with Spider. Spider, genuinely would have thrown him at like S and A. But after that nerf, I think he's a B right now. I do not think that Spider is at the same capabilities that he was during the first chapter. I think he's a solid pick. I think he hugs that line between A and B, but I think he's kind of like Zephyr. I think his abilities make him a not so good pick. However, I know there are people that play Spider, and you guys are insane. There are some insane Spider players out there. I'm telling you. All right, and then now we have Kismet. I love Kismet. Absolutely great character. I I would throw her at S, but I'm worried I'm throwing too many at S. I'm gonna throw her at A. She's fun. Oh, she's so fun. She has great abilities. I think if you got a really good player who plays Kismet, she's an S tier. But for the sake of this list, for like a gold plat player who I play against, I typically don't play against S tier Kismets. If I play against S tier Kismets, they're not in plat anymore. They're a whole lot higher up there. But solid pick. Very, very, very solid pick. Atson. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys are gonna hate me, but I can't stand him. I think the shotgun is pitiful. I mean, like, you've got to be in their face for that shotgun to work. And most of the time, gold plat players do not play Atson to his best ability. I think genuinely, if we're looking at this from like a punk master standard, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the best of the best, sure. I'll throw him up like C, B. He hugs the line for D and C for me, and I genuinely just don't know where to put him sometimes. Oops, sorry, I kind of got a little funky there. I'm going to put him C, but I don't think that he is. I don't think he is a character that is worth picking most of the time. All right, Sonar. This one's a tough one for me because I want to like Sonar, and I want to play Sonar, but I don't have a good time playing Sonar. Sonar is not my cup of tea. I do find that when I have a Sonar in the team, they do pretty well, and I like their utilities. I like their abilities that they do. I'm gonna throw them at a B. I think that's a solid B. Sometimes they can be an A, but definitely a B. Nowhere near S, and definitely not anything worse than a B. All right, final player. Dex. Dex is actually the one I have the most time on, and again, if it was up to me, I'd throw him here at S tier, but I know that's not true. Dex is a very capable Lancer, and I think that if you play him right, things go really well in your favor. I think it's hard to pinpoint where he's at right now. I think at the start of this, I think that he is at an A. I do think that he will get a slight nerf. I think that him just being released, I think he was meant to be a little higher tiered than most. And I think that will change as people start to realize, oh yeah, here's his abilities, here's this and that, and they'll kind of pull back on him, and he won't be so high tiered. But just looking at him right now, I think he's an A tier. So that's my list. Again, I'm CobraConcept. I don't have as much hours as a lot of you all do, so please take it easy on me in the comments. But I hope that you enjoyed my tier list, and please don't eat me up. I hope it's right there with what you're thinking, and if it's not what you're thinking, I'm gonna be way off. All right, guys. Thank you all. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. That would mean a lot to me. You all are incredible. Thank you for tuning in to the live streams, and peace out.